Hello and welcome you all once again in our this error series of Informatica, where we are discussing about the different possible errors and its solution during the development of IICS job. So in today's video we are going to discuss about the error number 3, and that error is single row subquery returns more than one row. Okay, so this is the common error which occurs generally because of the data issue, where we are writing the query with the expectation that it will return the only one row or only one record, but because of some data issue we are getting the more than one record, and because of that these errors occurs. Okay, so this is the screenshot I have attached from the practical demo, where you can easily see here, because of some data issue and because of the query being written in a such a way that we are getting the more than one row, and because of that we are getting the error as single row subquery returns more than one row. Okay, so let's discuss about the theoretical part related with this, and then I will demonstrate you in the IICS also how this error comes and how we can avoid this kind of errors. Okay, so let's first discuss about the why this error generally occurs. I have written the error code also. This is error code if you are working with the Oracle database in connection with the IICS. So generally, as I mentioned, this single row subquery returns more than one row in Oracle or in other database. Generally, this error occurs when a subquery that is expected to return a single row but returns multiple row instead. So when we are writing the query, and we are writing the query with the logic in your mind that it should return a single row, but because of some data issue or data cleansing issue, or data is not arranged properly, whatever it may be, we are getting the more than one record as a result of the that particular subquery instead of single record. Okay, so same here I have mentioned these errors generally occurs when the subquery which you have written returns more than or fetch more than one row instead of the single row. So this issue can cause in this issue can occur in the SQL queries. Okay, where only one value is expected, but because of some data issue more than one value get fetched, and IICS throws this kind of errors. Okay, so for example I have mentioned here. Now you can see the simple query I have mentioned: select employee name random, then and next to random column I have mentioned the subquery: select salary from numeric table where salary equal to 1000 from numeric table. Okay, so generally this particular subquery, which you can see the select salary from numeric where salary equal to 1000, so this is your subquery. Okay, now this subquery is written with the expectation that this will return a single value. Okay, but because of some data issue here, it is returning the more than one value, and because of that the mention error occurs. That error is single row subquery returns more than one, because in data there are the two records associated with this particular subquery results. Okay, so issue here is what we are using the subquery in context where only one result should be written, but your data does not conform to this expectation, means your data is not as per your expectation, and because of that what happened, this subquery returns more than one record, and because of that this errors being get thrown. Okay, now I hope you must have understood. I will show you practically also what exactly this error. Now how we can avoid this error? There are the different ways you can handle this error. It is based on totally on your how you want to implement the logic. Okay, so how to resolve this and what is the solution for this, that I have mentioned here. So single row subquery returns more than one row error. Following steps we can apply, or following scenarios we can apply as per your how we want to implement the logic. Okay, so generally in order to handle this more than one value or more than one record, so first solution that you can apply is we can use the in clause instead of equal to. Okay, So if your subquery is intended to return the multiple rows and you are using it in the context where multiple values are acceptable, so we can use the in operator instead of equal to operator. So generally the in operator is used to handle the multiple values. Okay, so as per your requirement, as per you can frame the logic and you can use the in operator instead of equal to operator to avoid this kind of error. Okay, second resolution you can apply, and that is the you can ensure that your subquery return a single row. So you can write the logic in a such a way that you can mention some condition in your subquery so that only one record will get fetched and you can avoid this errors. Okay, so if your logic requires that subquery return only single row, ensure that it does so. Okay, so we can use some aggregate function like max min, or you can add some extra condition so that only one record will get fetched. Okay, so that is the second resolution you can apply to avoid this single row single row subquery returns more than one row kind of error. Okay, another you can review your subquery logic so that you will not get this kind of error. So sometimes the subquery logic might be having some errors, or it might be having some what you can say the flaws. Because of that, the result whatever we are getting is the multiple rows. So we need to review your so you can review your subquery logic and you can review your whatever the code you have written, so that only one row will get written whenever it is required, and there should not be the fetching of more than one record from your subquery. Okay, so basically you need to write your subquery properly. Even if the data is having this kind of issue, you can write your subquery with some condition, with some function, or with some in operator, so that you can avoid this kind of errors. Okay, so this is the theoretical part. I hope all of you understood theoretical part, what exactly the reason behind this errors of single row subquery returns more than one row, and the possible solution for this. Okay, now let's move toward the IICS practical demonstration, and let's see how these errors actually practically occurs and how we can avoid. Okay, so first I will show you how these errors generally occurs. Okay, and then I will show you in the next job how we can avoid this. Okay, so this is the query I have written here. Select employee name comma random comma, this subquery I have written select salary from numeric where salary equal to 1000 from numeric table. So I'll just validate this query. Okay, now in validation you will not get any error. Okay, now we'll run the job. Now before running the job, I will show you this query is returning the single record or multiple record in the database. Okay, now this is your subquery I have mentioned in the source qualifier. This is a subquery. Now let's see if I run this subquery or this one. Let's see how many records we are getting. So you can see we are getting the 2 records here. So definitely our job will get fail with the error single row subquery returns more than one row. So I am running this job. Now let's see. So as we have seen in the database itself, because of this subquery, as a subquery itself returning the more than one row, more than one record, and so this error is expected here. Okay, so our job has got fail, and you can easily see here the error which we have got, single row subquery returns more than one row, because that is expected itself, that already I shown you in the database. Okay, now so because of 2 records are being fetched, this error is occurring here. Okay, our expectation was this query should return the single record, but data is in a such a way that, so this is our table we are fetching. So you can see there are the 2 employees who are having the same salary. Okay, so because of this subquery, this particular subquery is fetching the more than one record, and we are getting this error. Now how we can modify this query? So we can simply modify this query in the different way. I am just showing you the only one way, where I have added the one more filter condition here in the where clause. like operator I use, and I use given the where in the where condition I have give the like clause where we are fetching the data of employee starting with the name R. Okay, now if you run this part, let's see how many records it is fetching. Okay, so you can see it's fetching only one record. Okay, now we'll put this query in our source qualifier and let's see whether we are getting this kind of error in the IICS or not. So we are not going to get any error because this query itself, the subquery itself, running the single record only, returning the single record only. Okay, so I save this and we'll run this now. Now our x now, as just a part of change that we should not get this error, we have simply made one change in this query, adding some extra filter condition in the subquery part. Now I will run this job. Let's see what result we are getting. So as what we have changed, we have simply made a one change in the subquery. Okay, we have not made change any data, we are not making any changing in the data, so we are making the change in the query itself. So depend on your requirement, you can make the change in the code or in the data. So here we are getting the 3 records. Okay, and we are not getting any errors because our query is returning the only one record here. Okay, not the multiple record, and that's why this job is successful and we are getting the expected result. Okay, so that is all about this particular errors. Okay, I hope all of you are understood this, and you also try this by your own and try to understand more. Okay, so we'll meet in the next video of error session. Okay, so in the next section we'll discuss about the how the DTM error comes and the possible reason behind it. Okay, so thanks all of you for attending this session. Okay, thanks.